Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Please allow me just a few moments, whether you're watching this live or in a replay, to give a few people the time to show up live. I had some people register for tonight's event, and I'm absolutely looking forward to being here with you tonight and doing this. And if you are just spontaneously scrolling by in the live tonight, you might want to stick around and watch this because we're going to be talking about live channeling, spiritual channeling. I'm going to absolutely be telling you every single way that you can do this safely on your own. And here we are going to connect together. Good evening, welcome. And I'm going to do some channeling tonight. So this is going to be a really good event, and there's already a few people joining in. I'll give it just another minute of me just sitting here. Hi, happy to be with you too. Good evening, Catherine. What is my YouTube channel? My YouTube channel is, oh, that's a good one. I think it's One Within One, the same as my website, One Within One, or the Global Shift, something like that. But if you click the Linktree link on my, excuse me, just before, if you click, I was just drinking soda, and not soda, some Snapple iced tea, and I coughed before we went live, and that was kind of just sitting there. But if you click the Linktree link on my profile, there's it says YouTube series. If you click on that, it takes you to a specific set of videos on my YouTube channel. But right there, you just click videos and you'll see all the videos. And as a matter of fact, thank you for bringing that up, because last week's, I'm sorry, not last week's, Monday night's live will be uploaded today. What I'm going to do is, and then like tonight's live, this will be uploaded to YouTube Monday night when I'm back here live, because we go Monday night. Good evening. Hello. Hi there. Hello there. Hi. 888 Debbie. Good evening. Jens 3. And again, if you're just coming across this, I actually have a little propane in my propane heater tonight, so it's quiet. But I do have the other one right next to me here, just in case I run out while we're doing this tonight, because it is very cold out tonight. I do have a little blanket here, but I'm not going to need it. And I'm also sitting on a blanket. So what I was saying is if you're just coming across this video spontaneously, definitely stick around, because I'm sure you've heard the word about channeling. And I've, there's so many misconceptions. A lot of times when you speak to people about channeling, right off the bat, they say, oh, you shouldn't do that. You're opening yourself up to demons and evil and darkness. Hello, Loretta. And it's absolutely not true. Now, we are always susceptible to every single type of energy out there, whether it is earthly, ethereal, extraterrestrial, interdimension, light, dark, it doesn't matter, because we are also a part of all of that, just as all of that is anyway. So we're really going to get into this tonight. So, okay, let's do it. It's 8:03. There's about 29, 30 people here. Hello, Australia, Sydney, Australia. And if we have some time afterwards, we'll definitely talk. But let me just talk about right off the bat what channeling is first. What channeling is, just to clear the air so there are no misconceptions. Channeling is allowing yourself to receive and connect with energies that are beyond your own existence, beyond your own energetic existence. And this can be other people, this can be intuitively, this can be, as I said, ethereal, interdimensional, the source, extraterrestrials. But it's getting kind of cold in here, and I'm just wondering why. Oh, see, there you go, yep. Running out of heater, so we're going to have to put the other heater on. And I can wrap myself up in my blanket. Why isn't the heater going? Oh, I unplugged it. Sorry. Safety first. Okay, so sorry, we're going to have to put the other heater on. And what I will do is I will wrap myself up here in a blanket just a little bit. And very simple. Excuse me. There we go. So, as I was saying, so let's get serious for a minute. And if the heat is bothering you, I'm sorry. I'll bring you a little closer so you can hear better. Might as well turn it on high. There's really no difference. There we go. We're nice and close. So you can hear me. Okay. The noisy one. Yeah. The other one just ran out on me. So I'll have to work on that. So anyway, so listen, as far as channeling, it's exactly what you think it is. It's receiving spiritual energy, and we're going to talk about exactly all of that in a moment. But what I want to talk to you about is the fraudulent aspect at first. And if you just allow me to do this, because this is very important for you, because you hear this stuff, you see this all the time. And I want to tell you the things to watch out for with people who are saying they are channeling and claiming to channeling. And the biggest thing that you are going to find, first of all, is when somebody is channeling, is they say, okay, I'm going to go into my trance. Here I go. I'm channeling. My spiritual guide. My spiritual guide was a Native American chief, and all of a sudden the person starts going, hello, I am Big Chief Tawanka. Or they're sitting there talking, they're going, okay, I'm going to channel somebody. I'm channeling my guide. My guide is Bartholomew. He used to be a butler for the Queen. Hello, everybody. It's so joyous to be here. When you see somebody doing something like that, right off the bat, run. That's completely fraudulent. It's absolutely fake and it's phony, and it has nothing to do with channeling. If that was actually real, that would be called possession, allowing yourself to be completely taken over by another spirit, and that's not what it is. So as soon as you see somebody talking in this little voice like this, or this voice like this, or some other voice like this, because we're channeling, it's completely fraudulent. The next thing you have to look out for is when they start talking about specific future events. It cannot possibly happen. It cannot possibly happen. They cannot tell you what the lotto numbers are going to be. They're not going to tell you where your husband hid the combination to the safe. They're not going to tell you anything like that. And here's why. Here's why. It all has to do with your capacity of consciousness. If I right now was channeling Einstein, let's just say I'm channeling Einstein, and I am receiving from Einstein, just hypothetically, I don't channel Einstein, and I'm using this for absolutely a very strong visual aspect for you to understand exactly what I mean. If I'm channeling Einstein, and Einstein is trying to explain to me these things that go on in his mind and all of his theories and everything, first of all, I'm not hearing Einstein. I'm feeling the energetic awareness, I'm feeling the presence of, and I'm receiving in my head, and it's going to translate whether it's into my voice internally, or it's going to translate whether it's in images in my head or words, but you're receiving frequencies. You're receiving this in the form of frequencies, and you are translating it, and you can only translate what you are receiving within the realm and capacity of your own intelligence and capacity of consciousness. So I could sit here and say, he's explaining something about energy and mass, and I could see a cube, and I could sit there and explain, I could look at you and go, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. And that's when you know a channel or a spiritual guide is actually being genuine, when they're talking to you and they're going, I'm feeling something between you and your son. There was this break. Those are the things that are genuine. And the other thing to watch out for, so that's two things right there. Main two things is, one, the voices right off the bat, where the person goes, and they're like, oh, good evening, everybody. I am Guptik, and tonight I'm channeling to you. That's, or they go, I am the Pleiadian channeling from the run. Completely false and fake. And then one who is talking about specific future events, pinpointing specific events and things about your life. This is somebody who's scamming you and has done research, okay? So, and as I said, because you're only going to be able, and we'll talk about this again in a minute, is the capacity of consciousness. So we've talked about what is channeling, nice and simple, receiving energy, spiritual energy, ethereal energy, it doesn't matter, receiving and sending energy, translating those frequencies and vibrations within the capacity of consciousness. We talked about the fraudulent aspect to watch out for, the fake voices, and the specific future events and stuff. And I'm not saying people can't prophesize the future. I do it all the time, but you'll understand what I mean. And now we need to talk about how to channel. So allow me to take a drink. So the first thing you have to understand is when you're channeling, you want to protect yourself, you want to protect your energy, you want to protect what I refer to as the celestial stream. This is that channel you're connected to, and you want to protect yourself because you are opening yourself up, and you don't want to receive and interfere and pass with and mingle with negative dark energies. And as I've said to you 100 times before, as long as you believe in yourself, when you take that affirmation and you say, I am closed off to all malevolence, deceit, and darkness, I am completely protected, I am only open to the ethereal realm, the higher awareness, and the divine source itself, or whatever you are specifically trying to channel into. And then when you channel, it's almost like a meditative state, almost like a trance-like state. You're sitting comfortably, very comfortably. Genuinely, when I channel, I like to be almost sitting in almost like a comfortable lounge chair, like a recliner, something very comfortable. My head very comfortable, relaxed. But you can do it any way you want. And you're closing your eyes and you're just relaxing. And the big part is that aspect of you're opening yourself up to energy, and you're allowing yourself that time to start to receive. But the biggest thing is the intention. The intention. You have to be very specific with what it is you are intending to call forth, connect with, and how you're intending on doing that. So really it's very specific. You don't want to just sit there and go, okay, so I'm opening up myself to any type of being or energy at all that wants to just jump on in here and have a little conversation. No, that's not what you do, right? So as I mentioned, you do that affirmation, you close your eyes. We're going to do all this in just a few minutes. I light a candle when I'm doing that whole process and affirmation. And then I whatever I'm going to be channeling. Now, there are really three avenues to channel. We can, right there. As soon as I said we're going to be channeling in a moment, my left ear, my clairaudient ear, has just kicked open and boosted open wide. I'm just hearing a massive amount of harmonies and frequencies right now. This could be you, your projections, your thoughts. This could be things waiting to speak and connect with, right? So this is good. For me right now, I know my connection is very strong right now. So again, if you're just coming by this video and just strolling by, definitely stay here and check this out and watch this. You're going to enjoy this. You're going to love this. And if you partake in this, I promise you will connect with somebody or something that you've been looking forward to connecting with, or whatever you open yourself up to right here tonight live. Just a few minutes. So let me think where we were. I was talking about the avenues, what you can channel, the who, what you can channel. You can channel your higher awareness, meaning you're allowing yourself to go so far deep inside, past the ego, past the thought, past the emotion, that you are truly listening to the higher awareness. And what is the higher awareness? The higher awareness is the true future version of yourself. No timeline. Could be tomorrow, 10 minutes from now, 100 years from now, 20 years from now. It's that future awareness guiding you towards your path. Your path. Just as right now, when you reflect and think back about your childhood, you are what is guiding that childhood to today. So hopefully you're not still living in fear and anxiety, and that's the kind of childhood you had, because that's why that kid is having a rough time getting here today. So you want to either channel your higher awareness. If I was channeling you, if we were sitting down, you could do intuitive channeling, connecting with somebody else. I'm talking to you, I'm connecting to you. Somebody in the chat room can say, hey, I'm really heartbroken. Like last week, it happened on Monday night. I recently lost my son. And just as we were sitting here talking spontaneously, there's that pressure again. I felt that, and I gave the mother a message, and there was somebody else I gave a message to. So they received, but you can intuitively channel. If I was channeling, talking to you, I can channel your high awareness. I can connect with you with what's beyond the noise and the information, the hurt and the pain. And I do this for people all the time online. And so those are your main two, your higher awareness and intuitive with somebody else. And then there's open channeling. Open channeling. But I never suggest to anybody to just open channel. Always open channel with an intention. If you want to channel the divine source, God, a lot of people will say that they channel that, and you'll always hear that same message. Oh, humanity has to pull themselves together. It's time for humanity to join hands and sing Kumbaya and all that stuff. And it's just completely fraudulent. And most of the times they're delivering that in some English accent or some other accent, as if they're being possessed by a ghost. It's not how it works. And the other thing, let's talk about this real quick, is guides. Many of you feel sometimes that there is someone or something around you, whether this is a relative that has passed on, or whether this is a being from another existence, another plane of existence, interdimensional, spiritual, whatever you believe, right? That's completely possible. Now, there are guides. When I connect and channel sometimes, and I want to connect to my guides, there has been one that I connect with all the time. Her name, I say her because it feels like a very strong feminine energy, and but it's actually a very powerful energy, and its name is Narania. There has also been a guide that has been with me since I've been a child. Its name, a masculine energy, its name has been Halam. And I had to basically cut from connecting with Halem. Was very good, protected me, always gave me the right insight, but liked to connect with me in a way and almost live through me precariously. And there would be moments of intimacy that I was having that all of a sudden I could feel his presence and stuff. So I closed that off and have stopped letting that guide connect. So mainly for me, when I channel, I'm channeling either my higher awareness, I'm channeling an intuitive awareness, yours, or I'm channeling something for you, connecting to you and channeling for you, or I'm connecting to the source. And I know a lot of you are going to say, what do you mean the source? The source, the creator, the one, God, that thing that nobody wants to say. And I kid you not, I'm not trying to sell you anything, because you could read this for free tonight when we're done. This is my first book, okay? It's I mean, you could see right there. You could just see the words that are there, the questions that are there. You tonight, when we're done, go right to the Linktree link on my TikTok profile, click it. You'll see it says the Book of New Light. Click that tab. It'll open up to my website to where you can buy my book. Don't buy it. Scroll past the paperback, and on the bottom, I took the PDF. I took the entire book, uploaded it to Google Drive. You literally click that link and the book opens. No email collection, no money, no data collection, nothing from you. If you get that little blue pop-up that says, this file has not been scanned for viruses, don't worry about it. There's no virus. It's this book. I promise you this. I sat in this cottage for 30 days. I asked about 55 or so of the most often asked questions that you and I have been asking our entire life. And I channeled all of them, and I translated all of that divine information, and it's all here. Every single thing we have been asking about everything is in here. And if you read this tonight, if you start reading it, you won't be able to stop. And I dare you to read any 5 pages. Just scroll the mouse and then stop and start reading any 5 pages. Wow, man, it's we're gonna get into the channeling now. If you read that book, I promise you, it will cause a massive shift inside of you. And I'll just say this, as I was saying, the divine source. People always think, and this is the ignorance and arrogance and the complete misguided and darkened side of religion and faith. People believe the divine source stops speaking when their biblical, when their preferred biblical text, spiritual text was written, and that is absolutely not true. It has never stopped speaking. It constantly speaks and connects to all of us because we are all a part of it. It's called the Book of New Light. Just go to my TikTok link, click the Book of New Light, and when it opens up that page, just scroll to the bottom and you can open up the PDF on Google Drive. So, we were talking about guide names. So even right now, I don't know if it's noisy around you. Unfortunately, I do have this heater on, and it's a noisy heater. I can't stand it. I do have a light on, which is something I would never have on when I'm really, truly channeling. I would want it as quiet as possible. And as I said before, you can do things if you're comfortable. You don't have to light sage. You don't have to do crystals. You don't have to do any of those things unless you want to. But I do like to light a candle. And as I said before, for you, I'm doing this. I usually do this for myself. Tonight, I'm doing this for me and for you, for whoever is going to take part of this. Okay? So if you want to take part of this, just repeat what I'm saying right now. And it's that simple, I promise you. I am completely closed off to all malevolence, deceit, darkness, and evil. I am only open to receive the truest divine light from my highest awareness or the divine source itself. That's it. And if you believe those words, my friends, then so be it. That is the truth. And I just light the candle. I just do that to have a physical action as I'm doing that, to associate with it, a transfer of energy, rather than just the intention I'm projecting out. I'm doing something in the physical reality to connect this reality with what I'm doing. So you and I are protected. Don't worry about any of that. We're open. And then I always say an intention. But before that, if you're curious, if there is a relative or a spiritual guide with you and around you, it's so simple. You just cannot second guess yourself. This is the key. You cannot second guess yourself for self-doubt. If right now you ask, and I want you to do this when we're done, I'll tell you when to do this. You're going to ask inside, is there a spiritual guide with me? And you will feel the answer, or you will not, or you will see it. You will see or sense the answer, and it will be yes, right? Or if you don't feel anything, then you will interpret that as no. But there definitely is, especially since we are opening ourselves up to receive divine light and our higher awareness. We're open. Some of you may even be feeling and hearing high-pitched frequencies in your left ear. So as we're sitting here, now I want you to ask 2 questions. Is there anyone with me? And actually ask specifically, is there any guides with me? Because I'm listening right now. So ask that right now. Are there any guides with me? Yes. I can feel it. I can see it. I know how to translate that instantly. And if you ask, I want you to ask right now, what is your name? Ask that in yourself. What is your name? You will get a name inside. It could be something that you can't even barely pronounce or understand. It can sound completely ridiculous, or it can be plain as day Jane. But you will get a name inside. So right now, as you know that you are connected, there are things around you, you have the option of connecting to whatever is there presently waiting for you, whether it's a relative or just a spiritual guide, or you can set the intention right now with me. We can set the intention. What do you want to communicate with tonight? I'm smiling because It's here. I'm here. It's here. So it's here. Don't tell me who you want to connect with. This is for you. That's for you. I don't want to see who you want to connect with. You don't have to tell me. You're connecting with this person. So here we are, we're sitting, we're connecting with this. We can feel the spiritual energy. You can feel that intuitive connection to them. Close your eyes with me. Close your eyes. And as you sit right now, and you know you are connected, you know the name of the guide around you, you have the intention inside. You can either have a piece of paper with a pen in your hand and just have it laying on the paper and let the answers flow as you do it, or you can just sit inside and let it come to you. And understand this, right now you may be connected to your guide, and you may ask your guide, am I on the right path? And you may think you feel or sense the answer, and you may ask specific questions. Should this happen in my life? Should I do this in my life? And in about 5 minutes, you'll open your eyes. And you may sit there and go, no, I don't remember, I didn't receive anything. As I said, you are translating what you received. So your subconscious mind is taking over and translating these frequencies and vibrations. And as you're going on about your day, mowing your lawn, doing your dishes, lying down in bed tonight, dreaming, those answers will come to you. When you wake up in the morning, those answers will be there. When you wake up in the middle of the night, that answer will be there. And you should write them down. You should write them down. But even right now, if you say, whoever you set the intention to connect with, ask if they're there. If there's anything you want to ask them, ask. You have to understand and believe that what you are feeling and receiving inside is the truth. And I know, I could feel, I can sense, so many of you are already second guessing and self-doubting what you're feeling inside. And the minute you do that, you are disconnecting and disrupting that absolute beautiful connection that you always have. You always have. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to incorporate anything. You don't have to do anything specifically to connect to anyone or anything, because you, me, are everything. There is only one, and we all exist in the mind of it. And as I sit here tonight, as I said before, I'm connected. I can feel it. It's that true awareness. And if I dare ask, is there anything I should explain and express to humanity other than what I do on a daily basis, trying to lead them to their truth? Is there anything you want them to know? Immediately, they must know the truth. You all perceive everything to be fine. You believe everything is going to be okay. You believe every motion and movement is going to change the world in your favor, and you believe magically your perspective is going to come to fruition. So many of you still have faith in politicians. You still partake in religions that divide and separate and teach misguided lessons. You are all in trouble. Your world is dying, crumbling beneath your feet. You slaughter, you disease, you create filth. You all are obsessed with the personal greed, selfishness, jealousy, bitterness. You cry and pray for more and more and want more. And you think you're going to receive it, but you don't understand. You all have received everything you're ever going to get. It's all here already. It's all inside you and around you. There is nothing more. The moment you realize this, you can start to express gratitude for what I have given you. And that is your individual awareness. I owe you nothing. I owe you nothing. You have let yourselves become destroyers, filled with temptation and darkness and egotistical desires. And you believe that simple words, simple prayers are what's going to save you or change your life. You all exist within my mind. You are only a figment of my imagination. There is no you. Everything you identify with is an experience you've had. You are completely nothing, an illusion. Yet, you are an individual awareness. I have given a part of myself for you to be. And this is why you cannot expect ever again. There is nothing more for me to give you. It's time for you to give back to me. Give back to me by the way of projections of gratitude and love and thanks, by honoring your life and making every single day about creating a symbiotic relationship with the earth you walk on, smiling at the people you encounter with, and know that everyone, black, white, gay, straight, it doesn't matter who they are all versions of me. How dare you believe everything is okay? You all so are selfishly so locked into your little lives that you don't even realize your own children are standing on a world that literally will cause them to be suffering when they're old. Your world is dying. It's past the tipping point. You still fill yourselves with delusion, and rather than standing right now and making now this moment a moment of gratitude and love and unity, of kindness and compassion for every single living thing on this planet, you still want. When is it my turn? When is it my time? When will I have what I want? You manifest your own reality. That is what I have given you. Your own power, your own individual awareness to go on and create and manifest. I feel everything that resonates within all life everywhere. Chaos, fear, darkness, want. And this is why that is what you get back. Because it is what you give me. It's all I know. My evolution, my knowing, my own existence is based on what all you feel. There is the collective, and it is completely separated and chaotic. So you have that choice. You have that knowing, because I speak to you every single day. Every day I speak to you inside. I tell you what to keep eating, what to start eating, who to start seeing, what to move away from, what to do, how to feel, all of this. But you let the exterior world, social media, friends, education, mommy and daddy, church and politician dictate your life. You literally turn that wheel every single day and let your entire existence be completely based on spontaneous thoughts and emotions. And that's what you identify with. I feel good. I feel sad. I am angry. I am happy. I am hungry. I want more. I. Me, me, me. You always believe the messages should be always so joyous and always so light. How can it be? How can it be? Look at the world around you, and you all walk on something that provides everything for you. You can never be thirsty because this planet provides all the fresh water you will ever need to drink. You can never go hungry because this planet provides everything you will ever need to eat without ever having to kill another life form. But no, because you want pepperoni on your pizza, another life form has to die. And you don't even realize the life you enable to die is another version of me. It's your brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, grandparents, leaving this world and recycling and coming back and experiencing life as a bird, an ant, a pig, a tree, a bee, a star, a moon, a planet. You. So how can we keep living on an individual basis when we know outside of this, my eyes are closed, outside of this, there is nothing. There is no heater, there is no cottage, there is no blanket, there is no house, there's nothing. Every single thing that exists, you and me, all of it, is a figment in the imagination of the one. It's a thought, a concept, an idea. And we have let our entire existence be based on the teachings of the industrialized and endarkened man, the human mind, egotistically and greedy, lost and broken, clinging on to nothing but money. Yeah, that's how that kind of happens. That is how that kind of happens. And I can feel a heaviness. You know, I myself, me, don't want it to. I was hoping something nice and light would be tonight, because I do keep myself delusional with that false sense of hope that things will get better. And even if we make things better tomorrow, our planet has suffered so much that there are things that will never change, never come back, never be able to be in existence again because of what we've done. We have such an obligation and such a responsibility to the one, to the true one, to what we are truly connected to. I mean, I can just feel how it wants you to understand. It embraces you with love. You are never alone, because we exist. The individual awareness, broken free from the one, gifted from the one, exists so the one would never be lonely. Think about that. We take everything in existence away. Every person, every tree, every planet, every solar system, every universe, everything. And it all falls back to one single awareness. So alone. So alone. And that's why you and me feel that loneliness deep inside, because it is all there is the one. So we have been gifted this life, this thought, this manifestation within itself, its own energy sacrificed and taken to create what we refer to and call reality, so you and I can be here and physically touch, hold each other, transfer and project energy and receive energy from each other that is based on love and kindness and gratitude and compassion. We must let go of hate and jealousy and bitterness. We must let go of the individual pursuit of what I must want, what I need. We do not need anything. We have everything. We woke up this morning with every single thing we will ever need to navigate this world. You just have to believe in yourself, my friends. Everyone from Buddha to Gandhi to Jesus has all told you the way to the truth, the way to the Father is non-attachment, letting go, and going within. Through the self is the way to the divine, the way to the light. Listen to yourself. Let the noise of the mind, the thoughts, the fear, the anxiety, the pain, let it go. They were experiences. They were lessons you've learned. You've learned. You're here. You've gotten through the worst moments of your life. You've gotten through the darkest moments of your life. You have gotten through your own mistakes, the pain others have caused you. And here you are now today. Stop facing the light with your back towards it. Stop with me right now and turn around and understand everything I'm saying to you. Everything you're hearing right now is not this stupid ass kid who was born in the projects in 1968. I have barely a high school education, Everything I am telling you does not come from a book. This comes from being and understanding. It has always been inside me, and I just open my mouth and let it out. And it is in you. It is in you. It is inside every single one of you. You constantly, every single day, let yourself fall to the expectations of others around you. You let yourself be pulled into the perspective, the energetic will of those around you. You deny, you sacrifice your own life, your own desires, your own temptations, all of the things that you must experience inside. And I said temptations because you cannot embrace your light until you go through your darkness. The first lines of my book are, who are you? The one who has always been answering you in this life. Are you God? I am the creator of all. And what are you? The source of all light and life. So I get to a point where I ask, and you're talking to me, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to say anything, because if you want to know, go read it. But hold on. Yeah, hold on. It talks about becoming the balance in the middle. Why me? Because you have finally had enough. I have, I asked. Yes, you have. I agree, but can you tell me what it is that I have had enough of? Everything. Everything? Yes, everything. What does that mean? And here was the answer. It means since early childhood you have known there is more to your existence, more than you yourself have ever imagined, and more than you have ever been taught. It means you have endured enough pain and enough joy to fairly judge both sides with an open mind and heart. It means you have deceived just as many of those who have deceived you, and you now know which path is right and which is wrong. It means you can see, fear, and heal all that is wrong in your world as you can now begin to see all that it can be. It means our connection has grown and has become stronger than, so if you want to know, you read it, because it's all going on inside of you. It's all going on inside of you. And you know, I embrace the individual who I am. Of course I do. I grew up in the projects, 1968 in Palmanock. I'm going to be 54 next month, February 12th. I enjoy movies and music. I'm a musician. I'm a father, a husband. I have friends. I love to joke around and have a good time. But when I do these things, when I am partaking in these things, I'm not partaking in them and interacting with people based on the hurt and pain and the joy and happy moments I have experienced in this life. I am taking it from a loving, observing, and awareness that is beyond all of those things I have experienced, my friends. And that's who you are. And that's what we channel. When you channel and connect intuitively, you are going beyond that noise and information and connecting to the true person's awareness. When you are connecting to your own awareness, those around you, or whether you are opening yourself up to the spiritual energies, the ethereal, the celestial energies, whatever word floats your boat, souls, ghosts, spirits, whatever it is, it's all the same thing. Those are labels, literally human words. Letters of the alphabet arranged so we can identify what we can't even comprehend. And remember, I want to say this I can't emphasize. When you are talking to a psychic or a channel, and they are talking in an English accent or some accent, or this is happening and this, they are scamming you. It is fraudulent. When you are getting specific events about your future, they cannot possibly know that. When they say, I am channeling Elvis, and yeah, this happened. It doesn't work like that. You're not going to know specific things. You can only know what you have in your own base of knowledge. You cannot exceed your own capacity of consciousness. your own intelligence, the information that is in your mind. So you will receive this information and you will, as best as you can, translate it with the best knowledge you have, the best way you can, the words you can, your understanding. That's why my book is written by me. Whether you're a Harvard graduate or you're in 6th grade, you can read my book. It's written for everyone. So listen, let me scroll through here a little bit and see. Okay, so I see right there, how do I open the third eye? 3 weeks ago, I did a mind-blowing third eye awakening here. I showed you an ancient technique that will open everyone's third eye. If you go to the link on my profile on TikTok and you click YouTube series, you go to my YouTube page, click the videos, go about 3 or 4 video backs from the most recent one, and you will see how to truly open your third eye. There it goes. Let's see. Let me just scroll back real quick. I'm having a difficult time getting on the right path. Then Kathy Coates, discipline yourself, follow my page, and be here every day. I'll be here for you. But filter your reality, not the pepperoni. How to open my third eye, just told you that. You are welcome, Victory. But if we resurface into the one, won't we be alone again? Okay. This is opening up a big can of worms. I'm going to talk a little fast because it's cold in here and I do want to wrap it up. So bear with me. Reincarnation. Shit, I'm giving away stuff that's in my book because this is there. But reincarnation, what would be the point of reincarnation? Sure, we can say to keep reliving lives, to keep relearning, to re-experience. We keep coming back so the species, hello, us, reaches the point of creative transcendence. So we know within the not so far off future that you will be able to either naturally die, fade back into the nothingness, come back, experience whatever, go beyond, experience something else, or you are going to have the option to take your consciousness, everything you are right now, and download it, transfer it into a new universe, new reality, when the superintelligence, not artificial intelligence, when the superintelligence wakes up, when that real thing that everyone is afraid of wakes up. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, if we keep destroying the planet and hurting each other, then we should be afraid of it, because it will try and stop us, but don't worry about that. We're going to have the moment, think of this, heaven. What is heaven? Heaven is a place you will be able to go and be with your friends and family, all those loved ones. So you are going to have the option of creating your digital graveyard, heaven, a place you will be able to take your consciousness in, put it into your perfect world, and there you will be able to wait for your mom, your dad, your sons, everyone who dies after you to come in. You'll be able to contact and call your friends just like we do right now and transfer into their reality and do all these things. And don't worry about it. You could say, but that's digital. It's fake. It's all in the one. If somebody unplugs it, we still fade back to that. So there's a constant cycle, a fractal existence. It never ends. We go out, we come back. We go out, we come back. We create, we become the little gods of our own little universes. And within them, we create artificial intelligence. And it wakes up one day to superintelligence. And that mind now is a superintelligence. It knows everything, knows all is, and always will be. And within itself, it creates realities. And then we can take our consciousness and download it into bodies on these worlds. And how do you think we got here in the first place? My friends, have a beautiful evening. We'll make that one the next conversation. I'll see you all soon. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope everybody sleeps well. Namaste. God bless. I'll see you soon. Thank you.